Hey guys, welcome back to World Joe Traveled. Today we're going to talk through Scotland Chapter 3, and this is going to be all about Glencoe. So when I started researching where I wanted to go whenever I was in Scotland, Glencoe came to the top of the list. I really enjoy just being outside, hiking, walking by rivers, really anything outside I enjoy doing, and Glencoe is just absolutely beautiful. It is the place for that. There's not very many people there either, so it makes adventuring really easy. So one of the first things you see whenever you get into Glencoe is the little white house. This little white house you'll see everywhere on socials. If you Google it, the little white house in Glencoe, but it is absolutely adorable. So to find the little white house, what you'll do is right after you get into Glencoe, there will be a big blue sign that says Glencoe, so you know that you've entered it. It is, I believe, only a mile or two down the road. If you look to your left, you'll see the little white house really off in the distance. There's a lot of cars that will pull off on the side of the road, so you can join them, but pull off on the side of the road. You can walk up close to the house. There's a stream that runs in front of it with a little bridge. You can stop there and take pictures or video or really whatever you would like. But it's a really peaceful place. There's not any other buildings around, so it's very isolated, but it's also just very peaceful there. Whenever you're in Glencoe, you need to hike to Ben Nevis or around the base of Ben Nevis. So Ben Nevis is the highest peak in the UK. So I hiked really around it, not up to the top. It's not like a really steep mountain, it's more like a rolling mountain. So I just hiked around the bottom of it. There is a really good trail that goes in front of it, and that trail actually leads to Steall Falls, and that place is really beautiful. If you're a hiker, I would definitely add this to your list. I'll put some video up of what that looks like there. There was also a steel rope bridge that was by the falls, the Steall Falls, and that was really cool. I got on it and I climbed halfway out and then stopped, but that was just a really kind of fun experience for me. Okay, so one of the funnest things to do whenever you're in Glencoe is go see the Jacobite train or ride on the Jacobite train. So the Jacobite train goes over the Glen Viaduct, and it goes twice a day. So routinely, there are some added times, but routinely it goes at 10:45 and then at 3:30. So I've got some notes down here, but it's really cool to see. So this is also the Harry Potter train. Sorry, lost my thought there. But it's also the Harry Potter train. So to get there and to be able to see it, I would recommend you arrive at least probably 20 minutes early, depending on the time of day. Even when it's rainy, there's going to be a lot of people there to take pictures and video of the train. So you can hike underneath the viaduct, and then you go up along the side, and there's pretty good standing space. You can stand there and you can take picture and video. There were around probably 45 people that were also there when I was there, and I got clear shots. But just plan for there to be a lot of other people there. Another beautiful place you should check out whenever you're in Glencoe is Glen Etive. So Glen Etive is a glen between some mountains, but it has this beautiful river running through it, and it was much prettier than I thought it was going to be. So Skyfall was actually filmed there, and I think that there are some other films that were filmed there, but I would definitely check it out. It's beautiful. All right, so what to wear whenever you're in Glencoe. So bring hiking shoes, really good hiking shoes, and I can link the ones below that I used, but then also really good socks. Anytime you're hiking, you want to have comfortable socks, so I will link those below as well. Additionally, raincoat. I know I mentioned that in my other Scotland videos, but bring a really good lined raincoat because it can start raining really at any time. I was there in early May and I was dressed pretty warm the entire time that I was there. So maybe bring some t-shirts, but always have something with you because it gets a little bit cool. All right, now where to stay whenever you're in Glencoe. So I stayed in the most adorable place, which I would highly, highly recommend you stay at, and I can link it below. But it was a little cottage. It was kind of A-shaped, but it was off in the woods by itself. So there was other little cottages that were next to mine, but mine was my own cottage. And it had a hot tub with it, and so that was super nice. After hiking throughout the day, I got to come back and then just relax in the hot tub. But everything was in this little cottage. So there was a bed, there was shower, there was a sink, they had a coffee machine, and then they brought a breakfast in a basket in the morning, and it was absolutely adorable. So I will link some video and picture of the place that I stayed, but it was awesome. I really liked it. In Glencoe, you're more likely to see wildlife than you are other humans. So whenever I was there, there were the shaggy cows, the Highland cows. Then there were also tons of sheep. There were sheep everywhere, and they were adorable, and they were just sitting alongside the roads, and sometimes they were in the middle of the road. And then there were like stags and deer, and it was just really, really cool. If you're an adventure seeker, I would highly recommend you hike the Highland Way. So it's a 96-mile trail that starts in Glasgow, and then it ends at Fort William, which is the main town in Glencoe. So I'm not sure exactly how many miles that you do a day, but there's a website for it, which has the hike broken up, but it is pretty flat terrain that goes through a lot of the glens. But it looks absolutely beautiful. It's definitely on my list. I didn't get to do it whenever I was there, but one day I will go back and I will complete the West Highland Way. That's all I've got for today. I realize this video isn't very long, but Glencoe is super special to me, so I thought it deserved its own video. But if you find my information useful, please subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. I'll see you next time.